Hello and welcome to Tax Talk Tuesday. Today I am going to talk to you about the Earned Income Tax Credit Assistance. Now, the Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC, is a tax credit offered by the Internal Revenue Service for low income taxpayers, low to moderate income taxpayers. So, the common misconception that people make with this credit is that they think you have to have a child to qualify for the credit. Most times you do, but if you're a single individual, a lot of times you can qualify for the tax credit. So let's take a look at the assistant. It will tell you if you qualify, the amount that you qualify for, and how to claim the credit. So let's get to it. We begin our research at irs.gov, and in the search engine, we have placed the words EITC Assistant, and EITC is short for Earned Income Tax Credit. We are going to accept the very first result that we see, and it gives us some information about the Earned Income Tax Credit, or EITC for short. It lets us know that this credit is for low to moderate income families. And when you claim this credit, you can reduce your tax liability and you can increase your refund. The first bit of information that we are shown is how it works and what you need. To use the calculator, you will find out if you're eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit or the EITC, if you have any qualifying children or relatives, the estimate amount of your credit, and your filing status. What you will need in order to use the assistant is all of your income documents. So those are W-2s and 1099s, and you will need documents showing money withheld and money paid to you, and any expenses or adjustments to your income. But before we use the assistant, let's see if there's anything else that's important on this page. Okay, it lets us know that the Earned Income Tax Assistant does not ask you to provide sensitive information like your name, your social address, or bank account numbers, and it will not save the information that you've placed into the assistant. So it's just for information purposes only. Lets us know about the IRS To Go mobile app, and it lets us know that if you qualify for the EITC, or the Earned Income Tax Credit, that you may also qualify for other tax credits. And it names a few of those credits, like the Child Tax Credit and the Credit for Other Dependents, Child and Dependent Care Credit, and Education Credits. So now that we have that information, let's just go ahead and use the assistant. Okay, so we are filing for tax year 2024. So that's what we're going to tell it. Select the year you would like to check your EITC eligibility for. So we're filing for this year, but you see you can go back 2 years. Were you a U.S. citizen or resident alien? Yes, we're going to say yes. Did you have a valid Social Security number on or before the due date of your return? We're going to say yes. Are you filing Form 2555 for an income? We're going to say yes and see what the assistant says. I believe it's going to tell us that we don't qualify right there. There you go. You don't qualify. So we're going to say no. Most of us don't have foreign earned income, but we see that that is a disqualifying factor. And as you can see, it's not recording any of our information, and these are all eligibility questions. So once you use any assistant on the Internal Revenue Service website, if there's an issue with your eligibility for that credit, it tells you pretty immediately. Will someone else claim you as a dependent or qualifying child for the EITC on their tax return? We're going to say yes, and this is going to make us ineligible too. See, you don't qualify. So and whenever it tells you that you're ineligible for something, as you can see pretty quickly, it gives you a publication. And publication 596, that is the publication about the Earned Income Tax Credit. So we're going to go back and we're going to change our answer to no. And then it says, please select the range that describes your age at the end of 2024. Now, I already know that if you're 65 or older, it's going to say you don't qualify. So let's see what happens. Okay. Do you know your filing status? So let's see what else it says because maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe you do qualify at 65 depending on your filing status. We're going to say yes. And we're going to say single. And let's see what result we get here. Do you plan to claim any children or other relatives? We're going to say no. Right there, that's the qualifying. If you qualify for the earned income tax credit without a qualifying child, unless you or your spouse is filing a joint return, the ages are 25 to 64. So if this person now changes their answer to say yes, that they do have a qualifying child, they're eligible. So even the nuances are determined by the system. So let's see what it says next. Adjusted gross income, and we're going to tell it that we have income from working. And let's say we enter 150,000. I believe this income will disqualify us, may phase us out. Select and enter any of the types of income you had. Well, we're not going to claim any of those other types of income, adjustments to income. We're not going to claim any of those. But you see right here, it tells us your AGI is $150,000. You don't qualify for the earned income tax credit. And it gives you more information. It tells you for more information about the income limits that you should look at the earned income and tax credit tables. If we go here, here is the earned income tax credit table. So you see the tool is very responsive. You see the tool is very responsive and it gives us all the information that we need pretty quickly. We're going to come back here and we're going to change our income to, let's say, 50,000. So we are not disqualified, so we can move on to the next set of questions. We're going to add a child. And we're going to say that our child's name is Thomas. And then it starts to ask us questions about the child. Okay? Has the child lived with you more than half of 2024 in the United States? We're going to say yes. Can someone else claim the child? If we say yes, this is going to disqualify us. Let's see. Oh, you might still be able to claim the child tax credit, but we're going to say no. Well, let's just change that to no. Is the child married and will file a joint return? We're going to say no. Is the child permanently and totally disabled? We're going to say no. And you have to select the relationship between yourself and the child. So let's say the child is your sibling, half sibling or step sibling. Was the child under the age of 18? We're going to say yes. Do they have a valid social security number? We're going to say yes, and the child qualifies. But let's change some of the information and see if the child still qualifies. Let's say the child is 25 or older. That's too old. Child doesn't qualify. Let's say they were 19. Is a dependent younger than you? We're going to say yes. Was the child a full-time student? We will also say yes. Okay, this child qualifies. So you see how it works. You enter the information and it qualifies you at each step. The first step determines if you and your income qualify based on your filing status. The next step determines whether your child qualifies. We're saying the child does qualify. Oh, now the results here tells us that we don't qualify, and it will tell us why. Based on the information you provided, you can't claim the earned income tax credit because your earned income is over the limit for your filing status and number of qualifying children. But you can here on this page, you can edit some of this stuff. So let's say your adjusted gross income really was $40,000. You can make that change and it will take you back through the qualifying questions again. And it lets us know that based on the information you provided, you are eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit or the EITC, and the estimated amount of your credit is $1,448. Then it gives you some filing options. So if you filed your return and you did not include this, then you can amend your return. You can file by paper, you can file in person at a VITA site, or you can file the taxes online using the IRS Free File program. And it gives you an opportunity here to double check your information and you can print your results. You can also simply open a web browser, enter the words irs.gov/EITC, and once you hit enter, it will bring you to the Earned Income Tax or the EITC page, and you see there is a check if you qualify button here. Once you click that, it also brings you to the EITC assistant. Okay, let's recap. If you want to claim the Earned Income Tax Credit, also known as the EITC, then you can visit irs.gov. They have an assistant there. It's an automated tool that will help you determine if you qualify to claim the credit. It will also let you know how much you qualify to receive, and you may also qualify for other credits. And there's information on their website there. There are two ways to get to the assistant. One is to go to irs.gov and in the search engine, enter EITC assistant. And the other way is to open a web browser, enter irs.gov/EITC. That will take you to the EITC page, and there on their page, there's a link that will take you to the assistant. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And see you next Tuesday for Tax Talk Tuesday.